Winter. This is not just any bomb protection device. It's an M&S. Oh no, sorry, it's a Waitrose. It's a Waitrose one. Never mind. Just as I'm about to start filming, a plane goes past. Not even a normal plane, one of those loud planes. I feel like everyone struggles with winter. It's just not the best time of year. There's only so much you can do about it. Going for a walk is great, but it's also cold and muddy and rainy, and if I want to come out and film videos, it's a bit dead. I've been a bit of a hermit, which I think everyone does this time of year. It's easy to let winter just sort of fly past, but go slow at the same time. It kind of goes quick but slow, and I think you forget how long you've been spending indoors. I think it's easy to put things off because you want to stay warm and dry and indoors, and then it's easy to not realise how long you've just spent indoors. I'm not a winter animal. I'm definitely a summer being. Okay, everything just continued to go wrong there. The SD card on my camera just kept playing up, but it turns out, luckily, it's not the actual SD card, it's the card holder. So we're just gonna get rid of that, and then I'm gonna go back out today and continue this guide. As I was saying, I feel like at school they only teach you like the academic side of things. They don't teach you the emotional human side of things. They just sort of assume you know it because you're human. They don't teach you how when the days are shorter and it's darker and it's colder and you're surrounded by dead things, they don't teach you how it's going to affect you and how you're supposed to maneuver through winter. I've been starting to struggle a little bit with winter and feel like I've been in a bit of a dream. I feel like I'm kind of half functioning, like I'm half there, I'm half engaging, but I'm kind of, everything's a bit wish-washy and like a bit dreamlike. And yeah, the amount of planes, I keep trying to film stuff and then planes just come over. What is going on? There's no escaping them. So I have a few things that I've been trying to do and get into to kind of keep me a bit sane and a little bit more grounded in reality and less in a daydream. So I'm going to share them with you, and if you have any other suggestions, look at this tree. Oh my god, it's like he's wearing a coat. You see that? Yeah, I'm going to share them with you, and if you have any other suggestions of anything that you think is particularly beneficial for winter, like any food, supplements, classes, hobbies, anything that you tend to do over winter that you think really helps keep you there, then please share them in the comments, because we all need sun. We all thrive off of sun. So probably the most important thing that I've been doing, and the most important thing that I suggest everyone to do, is to not dwell on the fact that it's dark and cold and muddy and grim and winter, and to use the winter time wisely, because it's a big part of your life. Like, it's there every year whether you like it or not. You can't just sleep through it. We don't hibernate. I know, like, I kind of hibernate in a way, but it's still there, so you don't want to waste the time and then feel like you've missed parts of your life or haven't really done anything because it was too difficult to deal with. So for me, I've been doing a lot of the boring back end, like tax returns, paperwork, listings, editing, ordering stock, dealing with the back end paperwork kind of things. Because I know that come summer, I'm going to be way too busy and social, and I'm not going to want to do any of that boring stuff. So winter is the perfect time to do the boring stuff. I've also been using the time to check in with myself on an internal level in terms of where I am with my life and my dreams and my goals and my businesses and my friendships, my relationships, my internal relationship with myself, all the kind of interior stuff. I feel like in summer we're so sociable and busy with adventures and just doing stuff, and it's kind of like go, go, go. And if you don't set aside the time to kind of check in with yourself, you don't improve. You know, if you continue as you are, you don't really look internally to make any changes. Winter is the perfect time for that. Winter is the time to look at your life, think about what works, what doesn't work, what do you want to stop doing, what do you want to start doing, where do you want to be, what do you want to be doing, where do you want to be financially, living, with your career, with friends, with your relationship, with yourself, like all of these things. Just look at everything and say, this is what I don't want, and this is what I do want. It can kind of be applied to everything. Like, look at my business and I think, what things are working, what things aren't working, what should I stop doing and just cut out completely, what should I start doing, what do I think I need to try. It's quite like the paper log of your internal as well as your external. Time to catch up, check in with yourself, reconnect with yourself. In summer we're more social when we're out there with all the other people, and then in winter it's more internal, dealing with yourself, working on yourself. I think you have to ride with it rather than against it, and fluctuate with the seasons and allow your emotions to fluctuate. Ride with the kind of melancholy sadness of being indoors in winter, accept that it's sad but necessary to have this time where you're forced to spend so much time with yourself, but you have to use this opportunity to reconnect with yourself and to work on yourself and to build the foundations for something bigger and better next year, both internally and externally. When you think about all of the trees and plants, they all die off to conserve their energy inwards so that they can come back in spring bigger and better and more powerful. And that's exactly what we have to do. We have to work inwards, keep warm, and then come back next year with more strength, more power, more clarity. Use this time to direct all your energy inwards and work on yourself, ready for spring. Oh my god, the sun has come out. I didn't think it was going to come out today. I thought it was like really overcast, but there's blue sky up there and there's sun on my face. Thank God. I don't like filming when there's no sun, because the sun just makes everything look so much more inviting and amazing and just better. How appropriate considering what I've just talked about. Okay, so the next thing that I've been trying to get back into is something that I haven't done in a very, very long time. And it's funny because all of these little things are very much spring things or summer things. They're things that people tend to start at the beginning of the year or in spring. They don't tend to start in December, but here we are. So the second thing is yoga / stretching. I feel like they're the same thing. And meditation. I haven't meditated in absolutely ages, and I meditated the other day for 10 minutes and I thought to myself, I'll just start with 10 minutes because I haven't done it in ages. I'm probably going to really struggle. It's not going to be enjoyable. And it was so good. I feel like my body and my mind really just needed it because it was so effortless. So meditation, and then I tend to do some like yoga-y stretches after that because I'm like already on the floor, so they kind of go hand in hand. And stretching I'm pretty bad at. I've definitely like lost my flexibility, so I need to get back into that, but it's something that makes me feel good. I feel like movement is medicine, and it's also the kind of thing that you have to do before you get too old. You need to keep your joints on the move, you know. And the sun's just gone back in and I had to change my settings again. Completely forgot what I was saying. Something about stretching and yoga. Basically, movement is medicine. I really recommend it. If you haven't tried meditation or yoga or stretching or whatever, then give it a go. I know it can be like quite hippie-ish. Stretching, yoga, anything like that. Dancing, going for a walk, anything like that is good. And then meditation. It's just a nice way to have some clarity. I find for me, it just sets me up for the day. I do it first thing in the morning and then I feel like, I can do this. I feel like focused. The amount of planes that are going past, this is ridiculous. Okay, that sun is just not gonna come back, is it? Even though there's a lot of blue patches, just not coming over here. That kind of doesn't work with the next thing I'm about to say, which is going for a walk, which seems very uninviting this time of year, and I am definitely guilty of using every excuse possible to not go for a walk. It's very difficult. For me personally, I like going for walks in woods, and this time of year it's just muddy and it's not enjoyable because it's really cold, so you can't just walk, but you have to walk to warm up, but it's really muddy, so you have to watch where you walk, so you end up walking slower because you don't want to face plant, and it's not enjoyable, is it? And I also like to go for a walk and then film things along the way, which makes me colder because I have to stop to film things, and I cool down very quickly when I stop moving, so I need to keep moving. I've actually been trying to go for a walk in places like parks and just around housing estates and villages. I know that sounds a bit crap, but anywhere with a path, because it allows me to just walk. When you're walking on a pavement, you can just have headphones in, zone out, and just walk and just feel the energy from the movement. Basically, rather than doing what I have been doing a lot, which is using every excuse in the book to not go for a walk, instead of doing that, just look at going for a walk a bit differently. Look at it as a different type of walk in winter. In winter, it's a case of you're moving for the sake of moving. So you're going for a walk just to get some outdoor time, some green time, some fresh air, some sunlight, and some body movement and some exercise. And once you look at that, it doesn't matter where you're walking. You know, you could just walk to the shop and back, but any movement is better than no movement. And it's something that I'm definitely struggling with because it is cold and it is off-putting, and most of the time it's raining, and I like to come out with my camera just in case, and I don't want to do that when it rains. I just feel so much better once I am moving and once I'm feeling like I'm not just wasting away in winter and I'm actually doing what my body needs. Your body and mind will thank you for going for a walk. Last one. This is something that doesn't really apply to everyone because not everyone does this, but this is something that has helped me personally, and you can kind of tweak it for your own situation. But for me personally, YouTube has been the biggest help for getting me through winter because it forces me to be creative, it forces me to go outside, it forces me to think, it forces me to physically do things. And I know not everyone does YouTube, so you might be thinking, well, how does that help? But having a project, having something to work on, having something to keep you busy, that will help keep you sane. And for me, it's YouTube. YouTube is getting me to talk about things that are on my mind. It's getting me to think about things. It's getting me to come up with video ideas. It's getting me to film things. It's getting me to practice and experiment. It's getting me to play around with my editing. It's getting me to go outside and go for a walk. I really like YouTube. I really like having this creative space, and I really like, I've said it so many times, I'm probably like a broken record now, but I really like having the videos laid out so that everyone can see where I started and where I'm at, and like the progression with my skills and with my video creation process. So I really like that, and I really like having this little corner of the internet where I can just create whatever and chuck it out there, and then it reaches people, and then people come back and they're like, they comment and they engage and they like give me feedback and we just connect. That's just like, the internet's insane. Yeah, basically YouTube is helping me get through winter. I'm having fun with it. So and the sun has come back out, messing up my settings. There we go. That is it. That is all I have to say. I hope everyone is doing okay this winter. I've been filming some of my videos indoors because outside, like, my hands are frozen. It's just too cold to be standing around filming, talking to a camera. It's all right for a little bit, but yeah. That's it. I hope everyone is doing okay this winter and hanging in there, and let me know if you have any other amazing, not that mine were amazing, but useful winter tips or suggestions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for being here. The sun, yay, bye.